Hi VC, hi YouTube, it's Rob here with another video. Thanks for joining me. Are you up for the challenge? I'm going to show 10 backs of albums, pretty well known albums. All you got to do is name the album. They'll get harder as we go along. There's 55 points on offer. 1 point for the first, 2 points for the second, 10 points for the last album that I show. So how many points are you going to get? The first album I want to show, obviously, is pretty easy, but it's only easy if you know the album. So I got this idea. I was just flicking through my collection the other day, but I was going the other way around, and I was just looking at the back covers, and there was quite a few albums that I didn't recognise, so I just thought it'd be a bit of fun for a video. So what about this album? Do you know this album? From, I'll give you a bit of a clue, 1979, a British band. Only 1 point on offer though, and that's because it's The Jam and their fourth album, Setting Suns. So that's the first one. They will gradually get more difficult, but the second one's quite an iconic album. But again, if you don't know the album, you won't know it. So it's this one. Again, a bit of a clue. It's from 1981. Give you a couple of seconds. 2 points on offer. Of course, it's Siouxsie and the Banshees and Juju. The third album is this one. I think it's from 73, this album. It's the only album that I've got by this artist. It's a guy who passed away far too young. Of course, for 3 points, it's Pink Moon by Nick Drake. So how are you doing so far? You've got 3 out of 3. Feeling pretty pleased with yourself. So what about this one? For 4 points. How are you doing with that one? I'll give you a little bit of a clue. It's from 1983. And it's Mama by XTC. The fifth album I'm going to show. I do need to do a little bit more camouflage on this one. Only a little bit though. And it's this album. I think it's from 1972. And the band, there's a bit of a clue there. Didn't have that much commercial success in the UK. But it's Sailing Shoes by Little Feat. So 5 points for that one. I've tried to pick as many albums that are quite familiar to most people. Like I say, maybe the last album, maybe not so much. But these are all albums that a lot of people have seen while they're flicking through the bins. What about this album from 1978? It's a new record to my collection and I really enjoyed it. Played it a couple of times, picked it up for a couple of quid. It's perfect for this challenge. 6 points for But Seriously Folks by Joe Walsh. Now they do get a little bit more tricky now. And for 7 points, what about this album? Do you recognise that cue? Doesn't look like Manchester to me. Looks like America from the mid-70s. The album in question is Galaxy by War. The 8th album, I think it's an album that a lot of people have got. So, do you know that back cover? Again, I think it's from 76 or 77, this one. As I say, I think a lot of people have got this album. It's Genesis, and then there were 3. 9 points on offer for this one. Have you got them all right so far? What about this album? Had to cover up a few things there, but I think this is quite tricky. But there's 9 points on offer for this one. And the album in question is Scratch by Peter Gabriel. And finally, have you got them all right? Are you going to get this one right? It's this album. Do you recognise it? I don't think I've ever shown it on my channel. I have seen someone else show it though. And if you've got the album, you'll know it and you'll have 10 points. It's Stone the Crow's self-titled album from 1970. So 55 points on offer. How did you get on? If you put your score in the comments, I'd love to see how you went on. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.